All right, let's get going with a few answers this week. Remember, this is just a single starter this week. So, starter questions. Number one, heat can be released from a chemical reaction. Should have marked that true or false. Number two, Q. The letter Q, what does it represent? Temperature, heat energy, or specific heat? Number three, if you go swimming in the Willamette River, will that cool off your body, warm your body, or warm the river? Number four, what is the meaning of triangle T? And number five, if the initial temperature of water is 70 degrees Celsius and the final temperature is 50 degrees Celsius, what is triangle T? All right, so we got to zip over to my iPad here so I can get things going. All right, there we are. All right, number one, I want to know heat can be released from a chemical reaction. Yes, heat can be released from a chemical reaction. That is absolutely true. Heat can be released or it can be taken up. It could go either way. So we do have heat that goes in and out of chemical reactions. So that one's absolutely true. Number two, the letter Q. What does Q represent? Q represents heat energy. Okay, not temperature. We're still using T for temperature. Heat energy is the actual energy that moves and is present. Temperature is just a scale. It's a number that we use to measure heat energy. So they're different. All right, number three. If I go swimming in the Willamette River, which is coming up pretty soon for me, Willamette River is around 60 degrees. And so, yeah, letter A, it will cool your body. And when you get out of the water, you actually feel your skin and it is cooler. And then also, there's one other one that's correct. I hope you said warm the river. Because if we cannot create or destroy energy, if our body loses energy, then something else must gain that energy, and it's the river water. So when you go swimming, yeah, you're actually warming up the river. Maybe it is a very, very, very small amount, but yes, you are transferring your heat. Notice I said transfer that heat energy to the water. So triangle T, remember that triangle T, that's the change, because that's what triangle means, change, delta is the symbol. So that's the change in temperature. Change in temperature. All right. And then how do we work with change in temperature? Let's look at an example. If we start initial, so the temperature initial, the starting temperature, I said was 70 degrees Celsius. And the temperature final, we use those little subscripts I and F for initial and final. So the temperature final, 50 degrees Celsius. And remember the triangle T, delta T, we're going to start with the final one. So it is temperature final minus temperature initial. Notice those are also going in alphabetical order. F comes before I in the alphabet, and it comes F before I in our little equation as well. Temperature final minus temperature initial. And so we're going to get 70, got it backwards, 50 minus 70 is negative 20. And it is okay that we have a negative. That negative is a good thing. It's an okay thing. It just says that the temperature went down, all right, which is negative. All right, so that's the answers for the starter today. Hope you did well. Be sure you hit the big green check mark, post those over to Seesaw, and we'll get on with the rest of the lesson today.